Hey guys, I'm out here at JB Hunt Park, or JBeast, and I'm playing a 4-disc round with only Proto type discs. I've got a Proto PA1, Proto M3, Proto F7, and a Proto H3. And I don't really throw these discs very often, so this will be interesting. So hole 1 here at JBeast, it's kind of a short flick. I'm trying to just keep it nice and straight and just hit the gap. That one hit pretty nicely, and I almost ace it.
Thank you.
Got up there. Here's my first putt with the 400 PA1. Sneaks in the left side. Hole 2 is a nice straight putter shot. Usually I try to turn over a PA3, but here I am trying to force over the PA1. It goes a little long, a little left. So here's my comebacker for birdie. I was feeling pretty comfortable with the PA1 as a putter. I was hitting my mark pretty well. So I was able to start out 2 under. Third hole is another pretty wooded hole. You kind of want to cut off a forehand, so you're trying to take something slightly stable and hyzer it. I saw mine off a bit too much and catch a tree, leaving me pretty short and in the fairway. I had a better gap on the right side, so I chose to just flick the PA1, scooted it up there, gave me a pretty easy tap in. So now we get to the slightly more open, slightly longer holes. I'm trying the F7 here, and it flips a little bit more than I wanted to. I should have committed to a hyzer a little bit harder. Here I was trying to punch through a small gap, but it released poorly and put me right in the middle of all that. So here's me just pitching out, kind of running it, but not much. So I'll take the bogey there, sitting at 1 under. This hole is straight down there and not where I went. I once again overturned my F7. Luckily, I found the little tunnel that leads to the next hole, so it did not punish me too badly. So just a little upshot from my PA1. Then I'll run in and tap that puppy in. Usually I would flick this hole, but I did not have anything long enough to get it. So I'll take the par, move on. This one's straight ahead, right in that gap where you can see that guy walking from is where the basket is. Take the M3 and just got a pretty good move on it, but it caught some left side foliage, so fought up there quite a bit. I had a straddle putt, and I was able to capitalize there, getting the birdie. Here's just a short hyzer. It's kind of in those trees to the left. I took my OG H3, which is very stable, and parked it there. So next hole is a pretty short tunnel shot. When you get out of the tunnel, it's just to the right. So I try to flick, but I did not commit to it enough, and left me right here. So I had a tiny little gap on the right side. I decided to take it, and it scoots forward a little bit, but definitely not as far as I want to. Leaves me with edge of circle putt, probably. And there we go. Able to hit that one. So this one's just straight down. You can see the poles there. It's just straight down there and to the left a little bit. So I take my F7 and once again just overturn it. Fought down quite a ways, but left me on the right side in a bush pretty much. So I took my PA1, just trying to flex it up there, hopefully get a putt. And luckily it made it down there quite a ways. Gave me a 10-15 footer. And capitalize there. What's up guys, I'm halfway through. here at JBeast. Not sure what I'm sitting at, but I think it's decent. Maybe a 1 or 2 under par. Man, it's so humid. It's like 75 degrees. It's just so much moisture in the air. It's probably gonna rain later, so I trying to get a round in. Hole 10 is a par 4. You've got OB Creek on the right that I throw directly at, and it luckily fades right before going in the water. And there's a path on the left that's OB. So I'm in this tall grass trying to throw my M3, but I just do not don't give it enough height. So it fights its way up a little bit, but I've got a pretty long putt for the birdie. Thought that might go in, but nope. I'll have to settle for a par, which is okay. Hole 11 is uphill. You've got some trees surrounding the basket, and you kind of want to just force something over stable flat and let it fade into the fairway, into the green. Mine faded pretty nicely. I think caught one of the last trees, but left me a pretty good putt. So I was able to capitalize on that one, sitting at 4 under. So here you want to hit the gap, but you definitely want to turn it over a lot more than I did. So I went pretty far left and did not get the distance I needed. So it left me in here, which was not very fun. Luckily, the kick was not too detrimental, and I was able to clean that one up for a easy par. So next hole, we go kind of back into the woods. It's a shorty, but obviously there are lots of trees to deal with. I missed my line here with the PA1, but it snuck through and scooted up the fairway to give me a birdie. So that was nice. Sitting at 5 under. Here's a little uphill shot. I used the H3 and just try to force it over, and it kind of finally faded at the end to give me a 15-20 foot look, which I was able to capitalize on. A little floaty putt. Luckily, there really wasn't much wind out here. I think it was kind of in between storms, so it wasn't windy. Here's a nice straight 350-ish foot shot. I'm trying to take the F7, but I just don't hyzer it enough and catch some foliage on the right. But it fought through surprisingly well and left me kind of a circle 2 look, but it was pretty uphill. And thought I might have given it a good run, but not quite. Left me an easy tap in that I decided to see how well these baskets would catch. So this hole, you're trying to go right over that creek, but not too far. So I'm trying to throw my H3, and it barely clears the water. It kind of nestled itself in this little tree that was hanging over the water. So I took a straddle and, I don't know, gave it a lofty run, but it did not connect. So I'll tap in my par there. Moving on to hole 17, par 4. I'm going F7 roller here. It was kind of a cut roller, almost got hit by a disc, but it works its way left finally. It probably went around 380 maybe. Trying a little anhyzer into the green here to avoid the guardian trees, but I just end up pinning myself right behind the guardian tree. So here's my putt for the birdie on 17, and that one's good. So that'll move me to 7 under, I believe. Here's hole 18. Throwing the PA1, trying to just put it on an ante. Got a pretty friendly tree kick. Left me this look. And, ooh. So I just got done out at JBeast. Shot 8 under with 4 discs. Just barely beat the rain. You can kind of see all the clouds that are coming. There's some thunder. But overall, very fun round. These discs are awesome. I don't know if any of these will actually make it into my bag, but they were really fun to throw, and they're good discs. Check out Prodigy. I got a lot of good stuff coming out.
See you guys.